G'day, Stu from UAV Futures here, and welcome back to another episode of Tech Tuesday, where every Tuesday we get together, we talk about some new, different, or just exciting tech in the FPV drone racing world. And today's tech, what we've got some of new Emax's new motors. Now these are pretty cool. These are the Race Spec 2s. I'll link them down below. There's a bunch of different versions. You can see I've got a whole ton of motors here, and I'm sort of running a big prize at the end of the month that I can't wait to share with you guys. But also, I don't need all of these, and Wingman Jono's coming over. He's got a Korea Talon that he's been rocking that thing for a while, but it has old Racer Star motors on here, so it's definitely time for a little bit of an upgrade. So what we're going to do, we're going to stick some of these motors on the bench, we'll have a quick squiz, and then we're going to upgrade Jono's drone. We'll solder in some new motors and find out just how well it goes and, you know, what the performance difference is like. So stay tuned, let's stick them on the bench, find out how these work, and then meet up with Jono, rip it around, and see how they go. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1, boop! Alrighty, here it is on the bench. Very quickly, we'll go through some of the stats, and then the fun stuff, we'll take it out, fly it around. So you can see, first things first, it's a very, very nice, dare I say, sexy looking motor. I love the little pink sort of red trim they've got going on there. Definitely a good way to bling out your quad. Let's stick it on the scales. It's coming in at about 29.5 grams, so under 30 grams for a motor, which is kind of pretty sort of standard weight, nothing too amazing right there. You do get some, I guess, normal wire length, so I think this is going to be fine if you're running a 4-in-1 ESC. I probably would like them a little bit longer, so maybe if you wanted to use them on some 6-inch builds or something, maybe with some really long arms, or just like a little bit of extra wire length. You can see it's the naked bottom underneath, so no bell. This one's a 2206. I've got the 1900 kV version. I'll link all the different versions down below. I think there's like the 23, 25s, 27s, so a whole bunch of different varieties. They say they can take up to a 5S, but I saw the 1900 go on a 6S just on the weekend. I am a big fan of the naked bottoms, as weird as that sounds, you know, without having that bell underneath. I think that's fine. I've got a little hex nut in the bottom, so no C-clip on these bad boys, which is really, really nice. Single strand wire, of course, 2206, so a 6mm stator. Hollow titanium shaft on the top, so you shouldn't be bending this thing anytime soon. And you've got a lot of sort of room in here for a lot of air to get in. Try and cool the motor down. You can see there's a lot of ventilation through this thing, and it's also got some single strand wire in here. So it should be holding up very, very nicely, especially when we smash some current through this thing. Now look, that's it on the bench. What can you say? It's a motor. The fun stuff, let's put it on Jono's quad. We're going to upgrade him from Racer Star motors, which look, they're very, very cheap. He's used them for such a long time, so let's put this on there and see how they go. I think we're going to choose a different KV version. I think we're going to go with the 2300 KV version. Then we'll take it out, rip it around, and show you guys the footage. Rightio, out here in the field, let's do it, have a bit of fun. We've got Jono's quad here. What did you used to have on this, Jono?
I used to have some Racer Star 2306.
Yeah, how did it go with those on there?
It sucked a lot of battery real quick.
Okay, but yeah, so we've upgraded him. He's gone from Racer Stars. We're going to rip it around, show you some DVR, and then I guess we'll get your impressions as well and sort of talk about some of the differences and have a bit of fun. All right, let's do it. Okie dokie, so this is it on board, and this is with Jono's radio, so you're going to have to excuse my flying with his drone, so it feels completely different, but check this out. Here's a bit of a shocker. I had no idea. Did you guys see that? That little screw flying up there, that's some high definition. I might have to do a replay or something like that, because when you're flying around and you see a screw come up in the goggles, I thought it was a bird. I wasn't sure if it was a battery or maybe it was my GoPro. I had no idea what was going on, so I was coming in here flying around. It was really, really crazy. I mean, like, Jono, is the GoPro still on there? Because something just flew off your drone and we just had no idea what it was, because that's pretty much the most high definition screw shot I have ever seen. Anyway, on to the actual review of the motors themselves, and yeah, because I'm on Jono's drone and on his radio, I'm going to be a little bit slower, so forgive me around that. But flying around, the motors, they did feel very, very snappy, felt very torquey, felt like they had plenty of punch and some good acceleration. And then the other thing that I found noticeable was they felt like they had a very linear sort of throttle curve, so it was very predictable, very easy to match your throttle to your stick movements. You didn't have to sort of find it in the right throttle setting or the right percentage to get good thrust. So the whole way around, a very, very nice, easy flying motor that I'm a big fan of. So anyway, that's my footage. What we should do, let's hand it over to Jono, and I know this, look, I am getting a little bit more used to it, so this was the first pack that I flew on it, but it always does feel weird flying someone else's drone. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm always worried about breaking someone else's stuff when I'm flying it around. I don't care if someone's flying my things, and, you know, I guess that's my job. But I was adamant. I really didn't want to break Jono's drone, because I know this is the first really nice one that he's had with some really, really top-level notch components. And I would have been absolutely gutted if I had have broken it. Anyway, what we should do, let's hand it over to Wingman Jono and sort of get his impressions when he takes his new bird for a spin. Alrighty, Jono, you're about to take off. Your quad's ready. We've got your new Racer Star, not Racer Star, we've got your new Emax motors on there, upgrading from your Racer Stars.
see how it goes.
All right.
Ready. Definitely got a bit of punch to him, that's for sure. Oh, far out. Nearly put it in a tree straight up. That's great. They got a lot more acceleration than I'm used to. I'm also used to running freestyle rig, not a racing sort of rig, and this one's kind of geared for racing. And oh man, it's punchy, that's for sure.
What were some of the problems you had with your old motors?
Racer Stars, they seem to feel like they're lacking a bit of guts, but on the flip side, they're also chewing a lot of battery as well. Like, they seem to be really inefficient. See how these guys go on the battery, but they feel really like punchy and smooth. They do. A big price difference. This is like the first like real new fancy pair of motors I've had, sort of thing. Most of the motors I've had are either older or like cheaper. They are, and I can definitely feel a difference on them. It's definitely remarkably smoother and just really punchy, really punchy.
And I should say too, like John, you've only got what, like 2 5-inch quads or something like that. He doesn't have a whole fleet, and he's mainly into the wings. So you can see we've got some wings over there.
Oh,
but oh, you've crashed. The one time I turn around, you've crashed.
Time for a walk of shame.
All right, let's go for a walk of shame time. You can talk about those motors.
Ah, man, like they're definitely feeling a lot punchier. Yeah, they definitely feel a lot punchier. They do, heaps punchier. The top end, we are running it is the 2300 kV one, so it doesn't feel like it's got tons of top end on it. It feels really smooth, really torquey off the bat.
Your batteries come out, that's why.
Yeah,
that's why you fell out of the sky.
Definitely like really torquey in the corner, which is really good. I kind of wanted it to not be super high speed, more. I've noticed a lot of racing tracks are going technical now, so I wanted to make a racing rig that's good for like technical tracks, so I can get that high speed cornering going on and stuff like that, because I really need a lot of practice with that.
It's not like I can talk. I'm terrible at racing, but yeah. Anyway,
yeah. So yeah, it's feeling pretty good so far. I'm quite impressed with it.
Did you like them?
Yeah, definitely.
Out of 10
like
in terms of performance versus your old race stars.
Versus the old race stars, they're definitely like at least a 9 out of 10. Maybe. Yeah, I'd say a 9. If they had a bit more like top end high speed, they'd definitely be a 10. But I think that's just due to the low kV.
We're standing right in the middle of the racetrack here. So, anyway.
Let's move.
All right. Thanks, Jono. Alrighty, so there it is. There's my Tech Tuesday. Quick look at Emax's new Race Spec 2 motors, and overall, look, they offer good performance. They're good quality. Emax has been around for a long time. I think I started on the original MT22, like a very, very old motor out there. One of these ones right here, they were my first ever motors from Emax. They've come a long way. I know the Race Spec sort of line has been really pushing the boundaries. These ones, it's no exception. A very, very strong, high quality motor with a lot of good KV options too. And I saw this actually go on 6S, so you can go, I think Trevor's doing a review on one on a 6S, and that's him to go very, very well as well. Anyway, what do you guys think? Drop your comments down below. Massive shout out to Wingman Jono, because look, he's usually building wings most of the time, and it felt really good to see him have his craft where he usually had Racer Star stuff on there on his motors, and just to upgrade them with this, and I know he's going to have a lot of fun. So it's cool to see him with some actual real performance behind the drone. And also, is that not one of the craziest, I guess, shots you've seen of one of those little screws? I've never seen something. When it was flying, like, what was that? We had no idea what that little screw was, so we went back and watched it. It really did blow our minds. And let's play a little game. Thumbs up if that's not one of the most high definition or strangest things you've seen while flying, or thumbs down if you just think that's a pretty regular, normal occurrence, nothing too special to see there. But put all your comments, all that sort of stuff down below. Subscribe for more FPV related content. Definitely let me know what you think about Emax's new Race Spec 2s. I'll link them down below, because look, for the price, they're not the cheapest motor, but they definitely are quality, offer a ton of performance. I like all the options, and as always, happy flying.